The San Francisco 49ers offense is doing something the NFL has never seen before, and in big part due to these two players right here. Throughout this season and starting last year, we've seen the connection between Brandon Aiyuk and Brock Purdy continue to grow week in and week out. They seemingly are a great fit in this offense. Brock Purdy is always finding Brandon Aiyuk down the field. He's the most consistent deep threat on the entire roster. And Brandon Aiyuk, as a result, has eclipsed over 1,300 receiving yards through 16 games, making that back-to-back seasons with over 8,000 yards receiving. And this is a really cool situation for the San Francisco 49ers because these two are developing a really cool relationship. And Brandon Aiyuk posted to his Instagram not that long ago, kind of alluding to how cool that relationship is. And not only just with Brock, but, Brock with the entire team, man. This team absolutely loves Brock. And take a look at this post that Brandon Aiyuk put on his Instagram story to kind of indicate and show some love for Big Brock, but also indicating his 1,300 receiving yards. So as you can see, Brandon Aiyuk used a picture of Brock Purdy, threw a couple zeros on it. And what does that 1,300 mean? Well, Brandon Aiyuk has 1,317 receiving yards on the year, in part due to the performance that he had with Brock Purdy against the Commanders last year. So BA got one more game, and I don't know. Can we get a 200-yard game so we can get BA 1,500? I don't know, but again, it's just a really cool scenario to see these guys continue to interact with one another. You can tell. I mean, you had Deebo Samuel walking into the stadium with a Brock Purdy vest on. These wide receivers love this guy, man. That they really do, and they continue to show it. And there's this photo that I came across last night. It was actually the last post I made to Instagram of 2023. And I think it just kind of exemplifies kind of the vibes between Brock Purdy and his wide receivers. I mean, I don't know. There's just something about the way this photo is set up. You have the Washington Commanders all huddled up. Looks like a timeout. The defense is on the field. Clearly, the game is well in hand because that means Sam Darnold's in. That means the backup's in. You've got these guys just chilling, watching, kind of taking it in, what they were able to just accomplish. And you just got Brock Purdy wrapping his arms around both his top wide receivers. And you can see Debo's got his arm around him as well. Just a phenomenal photo. And again, it speaks volumes in this photo. They say a photo's worth 1,000 words, and it's just like there's so many things that go into this picture and just go into the relationship that Brock Purdy has with not only his wide receivers, but all his teammates. And that's why he's a captain. That's why he's the guy. That's why the San Francisco 49ers truthfully believe that they are in an extremely good spot with Brock Purdy at quarterback. And again, their relationship, the way they continue to do things together, and the success that they all continue to have is fantastic. So when we look at these guys and what they continue to do, I mean, this has been a really special season where we're starting to see everything that has come of it. Obviously, Brock Purdy is now the leading passing yards player in franchise history, meaning he's passed Joe Montana, he's passed Steve Young, and he's passed Jeff Garcia in passing yards in a season, which is crazy. Like it really is. And he did it in 16 games too. He didn't even need 17 games to do it. So it's been a remarkable year for Brock Purdy. Again, a polarizing one because people love to take shots at him and discredit him and do all those different types of things. But man, this team knows. And I spoke to Brandon Aiyuk last year after the NFC Championship game, and we talked about Brock. And one of the things that he said about Brock was like he could see this coming. He talked about it. He said, "Man, like look what Brock did as a rookie thrown into the fire. Now give him a full season and that experience under his belt, and then see what he does. And here we are. We're at the end of the year. Brock Purdy successfully healed from the UCL surgery, and he's got two players right here that have amassed over 1,000 scrimmage yards, and been great, been phenomenal, been what other adjectives can you use to describe Brock Purdy and his kind of presence with the skill positions? That's why they are the first group of a wide receiver, two wide receivers, a running back, and a tight end to go for over 1,000 scrimmage yards in NFL history. A lot of it has to do with Brock and the continued relationships that they continue to build and the chemistry that they continue to build. So, man, it's cool. It's a cool period, man. Just where they currently stand, the record in which they have, the number one seed being locked up, everything is trending in the right direction. And we understand that the loss against the Ravens was a bit of a hiccup, but that's exactly what it was. It was just a hiccup. And I didn't look at that game as a fatal flaw towards the 49ers. It just wasn't their day. And they came back, they bounced back, and they took it to Washington, but they could even get better from Washington. So really excited to see what these guys continue to build on, not only for this season, which we have one more game left against the Rams, but what they're going to do in the playoffs. I feel like there's another gear to this offense that we haven't even seen yet. And I think when they get into the playoffs, they're going to unleash it on the rest of the league. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Let me know what you guys think about this picture. Let me know what you think about Brandon Aiyuk going for 1,300, all the crazy stuff going on with the San Francisco 49ers. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.